Hey, what's up guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show off my 2013 Ford Taurus Police Interceptor sedan that I bought at a government fleet auction. It's a 3.5 liter V6, 288 horsepower, 6-speed automatic transmission, all-wheel drive. This car was specifically made for police work. I'm going to give you guys a full tour. I'm going to show you everything that it came with. I'm going to give you guys my honest review, and of course we're going to see this thing in action, and then you'll see why she is so special. As a bonus, I'm going to tell you guys how you can get your very own for dirt cheap. All of that plus more coming right up. I want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members. Thank you so much for your continued support. So this car came with the sedan wraparound push bumper. As you can see, there were lights that went right here, but unfortunately they got removed. Although the wiring is still here. There is a 100-watt wheel-in siren speaker behind the grille. This thing is loud. It will literally cause hearing loss if you're anywhere near this thing when this goes off. There are hideaway red and blue flashers here. Unfortunately, they are disconnected. There's actually another one right over here. There is Unity spotlights with wheeling LED lights, which fortunately still work. There is a missing LED light here, and there is a missing one here as well. I will eventually put them back on very soon. When I first got this car, it was a Santa Rosa Police Department black and white unit, which I ended up painting myself here in this very own driveway. Yeah, it was a lot of work. And if you guys are thinking of painting your car yourself in a driveway, my advice is don't. You will make enemies with your neighbors. Alright, so now time to add the shiny gloss white. Oof, look at her now. This has to be the most aggressive looking police car out there. These red and blue visor lights I added for a District 76 police episode, just like the ones you'll find on this channel. New episode coming right up, so if you don't want to miss it, make sure you hit that bell notification and drop a like while you're at it. Okay, let's take a quick look inside. There is a Troy Center console. There is a sedan partitioner. Right here I have a Bearcat digital with over 200 local stations programmed, including police and fire. Right over here I have a Code 3 Z3 that I'm yet to connect. And this right here is a lockable lunch storage where I hide my food. You guys seen what happened to the funny man when he ate security girl sandwich, right? What the hell's going on over here? Funny man! What happened?
You ate my damn sandwich! The evidence is right here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Alright, let's start her up. When I first got this car, it had 118,000 miles. Now it has 132,000. Let's take a look under the hood. I first ended up selling her to a security company, which ended up going down under, and they ended up giving her back to me, so I decided to keep her. So clean. She's almost due for a tune-up though, but she is strong. There is upgrades that a civilian model does not have, like a 220 amp alternator, upgrading cooling system. The all-wheel drive stability system is engineered to handle aggressive driving. Every wheel works independently, so it won't overcorrect the vehicle. The wheels are 18-inch heavy-duty Pursuit Firestone Firehawks with heavy-duty brakes that are about 60% larger than the civilian model. There's oversized brakes over here too. I mean, a cop car has to have the best braking system available. And look who we have in here. It's Little Biscuits. Hey, Little Biscuits. Hey, Little Biscuits. Ooh, you better not hit the siren. You better not hit the siren. The doors are bullet resistant up to level 4 protection. So if they close on your leg super hard, good luck. It could probably break your tibia bone. Ouch. Now the seats are heavy duty cloths with a molded cushion to better fit officers with the duty belts. The seats also have 6-way power adjustments, and the back is stab proof just like the Crown Vics. Nothing. Hey, Little Biscuits. You wanna go inside? Come on, go ahead, go inside. She likes hiding under cars. That's how I found her. It's her thing. She must have been out in the streets for a long time. Poor thing. At least she's got a good home now. The buttons on the steering wheel are fully customizable. The cluster has quite a few options on here, including system check. The floors are heavy duty rubber for easy cleanup. All the Crown Vic center consoles will fit perfectly into the Taurus for an easy transition. It has a Martian dome light, so it goes from red to super bright LED. This is for your sunglasses. There's other lights. There is a XM radio. Now let's take a look in the back. These are window bars here. You're not getting out of here. It's actually kind of comfy back here. There's a slight recline on the seats, probably so the criminals will fall asleep and they'll stop whining. It wasn't me! It was the one-armed man! This satina cover blocks access to the door handle under this cover. Okay, so I just got a call from my buddy and said he found me a front push bar for my Taurus. So if you notice, the front piece is missing, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. And while we're at it, we can check out his 2014 Ford Taurus, which is actually more souped up than mine, so that'll be a nice little treat. But before that, I'm going to show you guys what's in the trunk. So there's antennas here. This one right over here is for the digital radio. It has dual exhaust. It takes flex fuel or regular gas, or you could even mix it. All right, let's open up the trunk. Please be a biscuit, and I ain't talking about bread. Oh, what is this? It's an airsoft biscuit. It's a KW8. I love this thing. Surprisingly, there is a lot of space back here. There are reinforced braces in case of an accident. It could actually withstand a 75-mile-per-hour rear end crash. Overall, I really like this car. I love the way it looks, love the way it drives, I love the way it handles, I love the all-wheel drive. But these cars are just not reliable. Replacing a water pump on this thing will cost you over $3,000 since you literally have to pull the engine to get to it. That is ridiculous. All right, let's head over to my buddy's house.
The bounty hunters and we bringing back blood and meat. Suckers wanna see us, so believe me, they gon' feel some heat. Coming up out the rickety ross, the higgity ho house. Boston suckers who love the Foster sushi toast up like salad. So call a cutty and ask about my foreplay. Bounty hunting, touching down on gateway, y'all that pay. Terminator, tilted visor, who rider, that bloody meat.
Had to stop and get some gas. So the fuel economy for this is about 17 city, 25 highway, which is just slightly better than the Crown Vic. So it costs $43.46 for 16 gallons to fill up. These cars do not come with the gas cap. This car gets so much attention. There's so many people staring at me. So you want to know how you can get yourself one of these? Well, just simply call your local police non-emergency number and ask them where their old cars go once they get retired. Or you could also Google government fleet auctions. If you want to save a lot of money, just show up on a rainy day. That's what I did to get this car, and I only paid $2,400 for it. And we are finally here. Yo, check this out. This is the homie's Interceptor sedan. His wheels are cleaner than mine. Let's look at the inside. Oh wow, look at this setup. I am so jelly. Oh, and look at that. Holy crap. I'm gonna see if I can get him to let me light this up. Look at that wheeling. So this appears to be the camera right here.